You're exhausted, run down. So how much should you be exercising right now? You may be comfort eating and feel like you need the stress release of working out.
But are you actually doing yourself more harm than good? In this episode, we reveal why you're probably working against the results you're seeking, mentally and physically. Hi, I'm James Davis.
And I'm Claire Davis.
We're the Midlife Mentors, here to lift the lid on how to achieve health and happiness.
The balanced, no-nonsense way.
Hello and welcome to the Midlife Mentors.
Hello, I'm Claire.
I'm James.
How are you all doing out there? I hope you are healthy and happy, guys. We really do. I can't remember what week of lockdown we're on currently.
Well, in the UK, I think we're on day like 37 or 38.
Oh.
We're recording this actually on the last day of April. Depending on where you are in the world, you may have lockdown restrictions easing. They may be tightening.
We don't know yet.
Where we are right now, we've had like quite a gentle lockdown for about 6 weeks, is it now?
Yeah,
5
here
or
in
6
London
weeks.
we have.
So we're allowed out for exercise and to go
Woo-hoo.
and buy groceries and go to the pharmacy and walk the dog. And
She's getting more walks than ever before. She's like, oh, please, just go back to working, normal life.
But it's been no non-essential work and all gyms, restaurants, bars, clubs, everything like that is shut. And we're not going to be on public transport unless we're key workers. So we're still living in this weird kind of state. So our lives have looked a bit like getting up really early, training hard, filling our days with work, reading,
Yeah,
bit of TV in the evenings.
Yeah, and it's really like, just so you know, guys, like we're saying this to all of our clients at the moment. Every day it can be different. Like one day you're getting up and it's okay, and the next day you get up and you open your eyes and you think, yeah, yesterday was great, this is gonna be, and then all of a sudden this black cloud comes over again, and we just want you to know, we don't believe that anyone is immune to that right now. It's the energy of the entire world. Everyone is feeling that sense of high and low, so you're not alone.
Definitely. I mean, last week was really good for me.
Yeah.
And then the start of this week, I was really down again.
Yeah.
But I feel good again.
Yeah, and what we wanted to do today is actually talk about feeling run down and actually how much exercise you should do. So this is actually something that that's our dog Lola, like just basically shaking herself off right next to the microphone, which is always helpful. So basically, I've personally had a lot of clients come to me. We've been working together over the last few weeks of lockdown, and I've had a lot of clients say, I'm comfort eating. I'm going to the fridge. It's like the fridge monster's constantly calling my name and
fridge
beckoning.
light's giving me a tan.
Yeah. I'm being called to the fridge all the time. And what tends to happen then is you are comfort eating, and you might even be drinking more alcohol. So what the tendency is to actually up your training to overcompensate for that kind of behaviour. Now, what we wanted to do briefly on this short podcast is just to explain what we ourselves have done and taken on board, and actually what we're helping clients do as well. Basically, what's happening is we are under huge amounts of emotional stress right now. As we've always said, uncertainty, challenging times. The amount of stress that's putting on your body is enormous, guys. Please don't underestimate how much stress that's putting on your body and your central nervous system.
Can I just throw something in here? It might not actually feel like it, depending on what your lockdown life is. Okay, I mean, maybe you are a key worker and you are like super stressed and you're aware of it. But some of you might just be at home, like, and this is the thing that we've had experience of with clients as well. Like, well, my day consists of just like sitting around watching Netflix and eating food. Like, how stressed can I be? Well, the answer is still very,
exactly.
because that's not your normal pattern or your normal routine. So somewhere in your subconscious,
exactly,
it's going, oh, this isn't right. You shouldn't just be sitting there on the sofa watching telly.
And also, we'd argue that actually that's a time when the emotional stuff that you might have been busy running away from is actually starting to come out in your life. You know, that this is a time where sadly we can't outrun a lot of our emotions. So in that sense, the emotional stress is even more kind of impacting your life now than ever before, because some of the stuff that you might have been trying to avoid has all been put in the post and it's landed on your doorstep at the same time. So that's what we mean by stress. It's emotional stress. It's, you know, unhealed wounds, even trauma. So what we're doing when we over-exercise is actually putting more stress on the central nervous system. And guess what that's doing, guys? Raising the stress hormone cortisol. Massively. So what we might be doing actually is doing ourselves the complete opposite of what we're trying to do. We're trying to run off the cake, the alcohol. But actually what we're doing by raising that stress hormone cortisol actually makes you hold on a lot of the time to even more fat. The stress hormone does that. So what you're doing is actually going against yourself by over-exercising.
Yeah, it's really interesting actually. So obviously we are big proponents of exercise. We love it, and exercise is good. Everyone should do it. But you know, is there such a thing as too much exercise? And the answer to that is definitely yes. And interestingly, even before the COVID-19 situation, you know, it was a thing with clients, like, you know, how often should I be training? And we get people on our retreats, and they're like, oh, when I get home, I'm going to make sure I'm smashing out like 3 sessions a day, 6 days. And you're like, no. You do not want to be doing that. So let's break it down. Basically, when we exercise at intensity, we're not talking like going for a walk here. When we get our heart rate up and we get out of breath, and obviously the harder we go, the more intense it is, we are like doing good for our bodies, but we're also putting stress on the central nervous system, which is why we love HIIT, right? It's a really short but intense form, because
it's not over prolonged periods of time.
There are a lot of studies that show that like longer HIIT sessions, like anything over about 40 minutes, for most people is going to actually increase cortisol and actually depress testosterone and human growth hormone, like have a massive stressor effect on your body, and that's in normal situations. So, you know, going for like an hour long like HIIT where you can't walk at the end and you can't breathe, once in a while, great, but you know, regularly, not doing you any favours. The same thing is with resistance training. You know, people always think, oh, you know, but surely if I do more lifting of weights, my muscles will grow, I'll get bigger. Yes, but it needs to be organised. You need to schedule it properly. Like, you don't want to be hitting the same muscle group day after day after day. So
exactly, it's going to be causing too much stress on the body again.
Our muscles actually grow during our rest period. Basically, when we lift a weight, we put the muscle under tension, we create micro tears in the fibres. As they heal in the post session, which takes around 48 hours, they heal back actually bigger and stronger, which is why our muscles get stronger and bigger. So, yeah, what we don't want to do is like hit biceps on a Monday, then again on a Tuesday, then again on a Wednesday. You are literally working it, so you're not giving it any time. Just imagine you're breaking down the tissue all the time. So it's about finding the right way to structure your cardio, and we prefer HIIT and your resistance training.
Yeah, so I think, you know, a lot of my clients and a lot of our clients together are saying that they are feeling run down. And actually, it is probably, what it can be, you're using, it's partly guilt, as I said, but it's also partly you're using it as your stress reliever. So that's a lot of clients as well. They're using it as a stress relief. They're using it as an outlet to kind of pick them up almost and give them that endorphin rush. The problem with that is they are feeling absolutely shattered and run down, and the long-term effects of that, as we've said already, is it's too much on the central nervous system. You're raising cortisol and actually going against what you want to do, and not necessarily getting rid of that booze and that cake, and actually building that fat because you've got too much cortisol in your body. So one of the some of the things that we've been saying to clients recently is like, how can we bring balance back to our lives? This is all about balance. And I hate to use this overused term, self-care and self-compassion. You know, really, really, never has there been a time where we need more self-compassion and more self-care. So instead of just hammering your body, Actually look at some mindset tools and strategies to help you bring those stress levels down, the emotion down, help you deal with what is going on in these uncertain, challenging times a little bit better. And everyone is different, okay? We can't necessarily say, just do affirmations, do guided meditations, do yoga, whatever. You actually do need to put in a little bit of effort of just finding out what some of those strategies might be to help you bring balance back to your life rather than just hammering yourself with exercise.
Well, that's great advice. I'd say the other thing, I'm speaking from my personal experience here and also a lot of our clients, is do get a handle on your nutrition side, because what can happen is, we overeat and then we feel guilty about overeating, so then we exercise harder. Yeah. So it's that, if you can get a handle on the eating, if your diet can be fulfilling but healthy food, like clean food, I hate that phrase, but fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, fresh animal products, then you're not going to have the same kind of guilt feelings which have you and feel that you need to go and beast yourself to work off the 5 chocolate muffins you've eaten.
I was just speaking to a client actually earlier, and I was saying about Insight Timer. So I'm going to give you one of the things that I really like to use personally, because you can actually download it and you can choose. It's a whole host of things. There's really nice poems on there. There's nice guided visualizations. Everything from 1 minute of just calming yourself down and bringing a little bit of balance and peace back to your life. Everything from 1 minute to 20 minutes. And I just recommend going into Insight Timer, it's called. It's being used by so many people right now. It's really effective because you can just say, look, I've got 3 minutes. That's all I've got. Instead of going for another run or doing something that's going to put too much stress on my physical well-being, I'm just going to sit here and just allow myself to be. Just be.
Great advice.
So I hope that helps.
I hope so. Should we talk about what an exercise program might look like?
Yeah, we can do. So
we'll start at the wrong way of it actually and go, what's the minimum? What's the minimum? Because someone get asked, what's the minimum I can get away with? Well, it depends what your starting point is and how fit you are. If you're just starting out and your fitness isn't that high yet, then probably you want to be doing cardio type exercises every other day, like getting out for a walk or a gentle jog for about 20 to 30 minutes, to something where you're getting the heart rate up and you're getting out of breath. Now, I'd say that is the bare minimum. As you know, Claire and I are massive fans of resistance training, and even Public Health England says everyone should be doing some form of resistance training. Loads of health benefits. It's basically slows down the aging process. We've done a whole podcast on the benefits of it. But the minimum you could do would be a full body workout, kind of twice a week, but spaced out. So maybe on a Monday and a Thursday, for example, so the muscles having time to recover. And again, it doesn't need to be long. It can be body weight only, no equipment. Could be just 20 or 30 minutes. And that could be one of your cardios as well.
Exactly.
So that's the minimum. I'd say if you're getting 2 full bodies in, once a week, and then a couple of gentle cardio sessions, that would be the minimum. That's going to keep your metabolism ticking over, keep you, maintaining your muscle mass where it's at, and helping you burn off some of those calories as well. At the other end of the spectrum, what's going to be too much?
This is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Let's do hit sessions every day. You know what people are doing, 5-6 hit sessions a week? Absolutely not. They put a big strain on your central nervous system. I'd say a maximum of 4 a week total. What you can do though is maybe
4 hit sessions. That is,
yeah, 4 hit sessions. Three that are super punchy, and maybe another 1 or another 2 that are lighter. What we tend to do is 3 punchy ones.
That's exactly.
1 lighter one, and then on the weekend we'll just go for a long walk or a gentle jog. So something different, because the lower steady state cardio is not going to have the same impact on your CNS as the hit sessions.
I know, and I had again a conversation literally yesterday about that endorphin rush that doing cardio gives you. Well, we're not saying necessarily just replace that with something like yoga or visualization or meditation. We're not saying that at all. What you could do, what I've recommended with this client, is actually just to swap a hit session with what James was saying, a full body resistance session, which is far less strain on your central nervous system. So yeah, it's not about kind of scaring your subconscious mind into paring it right back. It's actually maybe what you're doing, you can pare back.
Exactly. And then on the resistance side, like we already said, bare minimum would be like 2 full body sessions a week. If they're going to feel like they're too long for you or too taxing, you can split. And the other way you can do that, there are many ways you can do it. The simplest way, if you wanted to train, say, 4 days a week, would be an upper-lower split. Obviously, so working your legs one day and your upper body the next. Or a push-pull. So doing pushing movements, which would include like squats for the legs, and any upper body pushing, like press-ups, overhead shoulder press. Pull the next day. So pulling motions, basically like pull-ups, stuff for the back, the biceps. Then typically you would do a Monday, Tuesday, have a rest on a Wednesday, then again Thursday, Friday.
Now, guys, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Like we're kind of like rambling this stuff at you, and that sounds like quite a lot. But actually, we've done this for long enough to know now that actually, if you give that to a client, even your cardio and your resistance training, if done together, can actually be under an hour. So
Totally.
yeah, so it's easy to fit into your lifestyle, but. We just wanted to share that with you, really, to let you know that if you are feeling run down, we have been too. You know, I have absolutely had to, and James has actually, bring down the amount of cardio and HIIT that I was doing because I was feeling run down. And I know it's because I was feeling emotional. And we both are, you know, up and down still because we're human. We're not perfect. No one is, and everyone is feeling it and everyone is affected. We just wanted to let you know that, and just how to bring some of the exercise down if you're feeling run down, and how important it is and what you can do as alternatives.
Yeah, that's it. I hope you're all safe and well wherever you are.
We just also want to let you know what I don't know whether it will be ready in time, the link to drop it into the description of this podcast.
It is live already, Claire.
Oh, it's live already. Oh, shut up. We are actually doing, because the Easter virtual fitness retreat was such a smash hit. It was like actually one of the best things we've ever done. We loved it. We had
so much fun.
Such a massive response when we asked if everyone wanted us to do the May Bank holiday weekend. So we're deciding that we're going to do it. So it's next Friday, which is the 8th.
So depending on where you are in the world, in a lot of countries this year only, bank holiday is not falling on the 1st of May. In some countries it still is. It's falling on Friday the 8th, basically to commemorate Victory in Europe Day. And Saturday 9th. We're going to basically train all day Friday the 8th and all day Saturday the 9th. So 2 days of training, workshops, fun, smiles, and we're going to try and figure out a way to get everyone together on camera as well, just for little meetups. People last time were like, that'd be really nice to see everyone's faces.
We'll do that on Zoom. Yeah. So we'll get everyone on Zoom to meet up already, because everyone was like just interacting with each other, connecting with each other. There was this awesome community, and we just thought, let's bring them all together to meet each other first of all, like we do on a real retreat when we're face to face. So that's it.
Yeah, it'll be similar format. There will definitely be a whole core session in there, because we had a special request for that,
which includes lower back stuff as well. So we're really excited about sharing that. It gives us something to focus on as well, because obviously we're not in Ibiza. We should be running all of our retreats of the season, so we're just like the rest of the world is just rolling with it. But so I'll put the link in here. We really hope you can join us for that. It's donation only basis, so free. Don't want anyone's kind of financial situation to, not allow them to join in, because this is all about coming together and providing an amazing service.
Absolutely.
So we are sending you so much love wherever you are, and our prayers are with you.
Look after yourselves.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Midlife Mentors with Claire and James Davis.
We'd love to hear from you, so drop us a line at info@themidlifementors.com with any questions or topic suggestions.
And make sure you join us on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can find us under The Midlife Mentors.
Yeah.